Hello friends, today I will share with you qualities of an English teacher. Qualities of an English teacher. The success or failure of any educational program depends upon the quality of instruction. Besides courses of study, reading material, equipment and good spacious classrooms, good supervision and administration also contribute to the success and effectiveness of instruction. All these factors are ineffective without a good teacher who possesses certain qualities of head and heart. To quote Sir John Adams says, if the teacher is to prove really a maker of man, he must possess qualities of personality, character, and intellect. However, the teacher has got his own limitations. All the teachers of English may not possess all the required qualities, but they should try to equip themselves with the maximum possible qualities in spite of their own limitations. Here figure 1 shows qualities of an English teacher. Here in this figure 1, qualities of an English teacher. We have physical, moral, psychological, social, executive, as well as professional qualities. Physical qualities. Good personal appearance, good physical health, clear and pleasant voice. Physical qualities. Good personal appearance. An English teacher should have a personal appearance to produce good impression upon those who come in his contact. Free from all physical deformities and abnormalities, he should be neither too tall or nor too short, neither too fleshy nor too lean, neither too black nor too white. He should be a normal human being, having tolerable features, smart, clever, and active. A shabbily dressed, untidy, and bad looking teacher is seldom liked by the pupils. Second is good physical health. Physical health brings smartness, enthusiasm, vigor, vitality, and activeness, so essential for an English teacher. Good physical health will make the teacher alert, cheerful, and emotionally stable, enabling him to meet the day-to-day demands of a modern school. A sound mind lives only in a sound body. Remember, as Greek philosopher Aristotle says, a sound mind lives only in a sound body. A sound body requires regularity and moderation of habits, simple nourishing diet, participation in sports and games, and physical exercises. Clear and pleasant voice. An English teacher should possess a clear, appealing voice, neither too low nor unnecessarily loud and shrill. Regular practice and care can make his voice effective and appealing. He should neither shout in the class nor speak too fast. Clear in his speech, he should be audible to all pupils sitting in different corners of the classroom. He should have the sense to give the exact shade of meaning to the words he speaks. Moral qualities. Friendliness, sympathy and understanding, honesty, sincerity and impartiality. Moral qualities: friendliness, sympathy and understanding. A good English teacher should be the best friend and guide of his pupils. He should be sympathetic towards his pupils and must understand their difficulties and problems and try to remove them. As pupils look to him for guidance, encouragement at every step, he must exhibit deep interest in them, in the activities, their welfare, and their progress in studies. Honesty, sincerity, and impartiality. Absolutely fair in his dealings with others, a good English teacher must be honest and impartial and from all prejudices and bias. To win respect from others, his words must reflect his actions. As Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, has observed, woe to the teacher who teaches one thing with his lips and carries another in his heart. Not the teacher's words, but actions carry weight with the young students. Psychological qualities: tactfulness, patience, and self control. Sound mental health, a sense of humor. Psychological qualities: first, tactfulness, patience, and self control. A good English teacher should do the right thing at the right moment. Even under trying circumstances, he should be able to skillfully control the young children. He must keep his cool. He should exhibit patience even if things are not happening according to his wishes and expectations. Patience is required not only in dealing with his own pupils but also with officials, senior colleagues, public men, and common people. Sound mental health. A dejected, frustrated, melancholic, and pessimist teacher cannot create wholesome influence upon his pupils. He must always be cheerful and optimist and have faith in the goodness of humanity, whatever may be the conditions and circumstances in which he is put. He must adjust he must adjust himself to those environments. This is possible only when he possesses emotional stability and control over his anger and passions. Thus, mental health is even more important than physical health. Next is a sense of humor. The classroom has no place for a confirmed pessimist and long faced, sore visaged, and humorless grouch. The classroom needs to be a happy place. Remember, the classroom needs to be a happy place, and it cannot be that without a good natured teacher in charge. Therefore, a good teacher should possess sense of humor to delight his pupils in tense moments. A good laugh will relax pent-up feelings and exhausted nerves. Social qualities: faith in world citizenship, faith in democracy, faith in world citizenship. English teachers should have faith that international cooperation is desirable and possible. An integrated individual, he should be skilled in the art and science of human behavior, conscious of the wide variety of behavior patterns in the world to which he may have to adjust. He should know the goals of education for international understanding. He should be fully conversant with methods and resources for such programs. He should help creating word understanding among children and youth, faith in democracy. An English teacher should be an example of democratic values. He should act as a democratic group leader and create an environment for the reconstruction of experience, utilizing school, library, and community resources. Organizing democratic groups which widen the area of common concern, encourage social interaction, and guide democratic specialization. He should have firm faith in freedom, justice, equality, and fraternity in his dealings with others. Executive qualities, initiative and resourcefulness, organizing and directing capacity, initiative and resourcefulness. A good teacher should be able to collect material and plan accordingly. He should be sensible enough to take independent action in case of emergency, as and when the occasion demands, without running to the headmaster or to other superior officers. He should be able to face problems, think of their solutions, and then try to solve them to the best of his ability. However, he may seek the advice or guidance of his senior colleagues, principals, or headmaster if necessary. Organizing and directive capacity. As an organizer, the English teacher should be able to put his plans into a workable form for a job to be done in the best possible manner and with the least wastage of time, money, and energy. He should select the most competent person for doing a job for which he or she is best fitted. He or she is genuinely interested. He should chalk out plans and prepare a framework beforehand to facilitate the desired educational program. As a leader and a director, he must be a person of wisdom and vision, with a thorough knowledge of facts. Then alone he may judge whether or not his plans, instructions, and assignments have been carried out with success. Professional qualities, professional attitude, desire for improvement. Professional attitude. A real teacher is not a person who merely takes up a teaching job. He becomes a teacher by his faith and mental attitude. Possessing a natural aptitude for this profession, he takes to teaching not because nothing else was available to him to make both ends meet, but because he was fired with the ambition of serving humanity through a vocation of his liking and interest. He looks upon his work as a sort of dedication and mission, not as a job or profession. Desire for improvement. Teaching is a progressive occupation. A teacher must always be a student. Although this is true of all teachers, it is especially true of an English teacher who has to keep pace with all the changes in languages and rapid changes in physical, political, and social environment of man. He must keep himself updated of the latest development through regular study of books, newspapers, magazines, journals, etc. He must be able to understand the perplexing problems of present day world in their true context. He should know that education is dynamic and not static. He should always strive for improvement. Besides reading latest books and magazines on education, he should also attend seminars, conferences, refresher courses, meetings, workshops on this subject. Thank you for giving your precious time.